The Marine Corps has ordered inspections of each of its barracks in an effort to assess and fix the problems in the often subpar living quarters. By March 15th, leaders from outside of the chain of command responsible for Marines living in barracks must examine whether the facilities meet the service's promise of a safe, secure, clean, and consistent living standard. Assistant Commandant General Christopher Mahoney said, "The wall-to-wall inspection will give the service a good baseline understanding of the condition of all our barracks so we can identify and allocate resources accordingly." The inspectors must be civilian barracks leaders or the rank of E7, and installation commanders will assign the inspectors. Mahoney said, "We're going to take a look at every single barracks room and every squad bay to ensure the health, well-being, and safety of each and every Marine." The service's top leaders have publicly acknowledged what lance corporals and privates know too well: the barracks aren't good enough. The service's barracks are more than 3 decades old on average, and some are moldy and dilapidated. In the age of TikTok and Reddit, images of these sorry conditions often spill out into the open. In California, according to pictures taken in January, helicopter maintainers recently spent months showering in cold water, and Marines at the infantry school were living in vermin-infested squalor. At the East Coast Infantry School at Camp Lejeune, one shower was so moldy that in December of last year, the Corps quarantined it off and sent a health inspector to the facility. Marines recently had to be moved out of a room because of a cockroach problem that was termed an invasion. Nat Fahey, a spokesman for the installation, said contractors had completed a full treatment of the facility that same day. The barracks are the target of the Corps' plan called Barracks 2030, which seeks to overhaul the living quarters for unmarried junior enlisted Marines. As part of that plan, the Corps will install civilians to manage the barracks, rather than placing that responsibility on Marines, who will be free to return to their primary jobs. According to congressional testimony by Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps, Carlos Ruiz, other short-term steps will include fixing broken locks, replacing outdated furniture, and putting in place maintenance teams to respond to requests more quickly. But long-term solutions will be expensive. Mahoney, whose previous job was managing the Corps' finances, acknowledged that the budget was tight. The Marine Corps spends an average of $300 million a year on barracks, and it wants it to be closer to 1.5. With the service-wide barracks occupancy rate now at 60%, the Corps plans to consolidate Marines into the best barracks. It's also weighing whether to privatize some of them. Smith said in October 2023 it would take a decade for the service to resolve the issues, citing high costs and a limited number of construction companies. Yet, he said he would do his best during his 4-year term. Mahoney said, "Taking care of Marines is a warfighting function. Otherwise, they cannot focus on the mission at hand. Barracks, chow halls, and gyms are key to retaining Marines, and investments in quality-of-life initiatives are truly warfighting needs." Mahoney concluded the video with an appeal to Marine leaders. He said, "Commanders and senior enlisted leaders, if your barracks have issues, if there are problems, get out there and own it. Our Marines deserve our best." Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe for more Marines news at Guardian's Lair.